Tokozani, peace and greetings, everyone. My name is Makosi Gogoatel Ganyezi, and I am here with the lovely Brittany Marsh, a graduate of the African Mystery School first cohort. And I have her here just to share a little bit about her experience in African Mystery School. And I'll go ahead and introduce you now. Brittany, please take some time to introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Brittany Marsh. I live in West Virginia. I would say that I started my spiritual journey at a young age, probably at 7 years old. And then my first initiation started at 14. And I'm happy to be able to share my experience with you all today.
Thank you so much for being here. I just want to jump right in and take you back to where you were actually probably about a year ago from now, when you first saw, I guess, the advertisements and the postings and began to hear the whisperings about African Mystery School. What led you or sparked you to feel called to join African Mystery School?
Well, initially I did see the post on Facebook. I was friends with one of the teachers in African Mystery School, and I had attended some of her studies before. So that's how I first saw the advertisements. And then once I was looking at it, it intrigued me because I have always been a spiritual person, never quite fit into just a box. And there were multiple teachers. So I felt like it would be such an honor to be able to sit at so many teachers' feet. And then with the African mysteries, I have been always connected with traditional realms of teaching and traditional ideologies and spiritualities. And it came at the perfect time for me. My birthday was September 20th, and that was actually the cutoff date for signing up. And then I had a couple dreams about being in a college and a classroom that I'd never even seen before. There were many doors in this college and classroom. And I was intrigued, so I sent a couple personal messages to Go herself, and I asked some questions about it. I say, I'm from white skin lineage. Is there space for me at this school? And she said, absolutely. There's space for you here. So I was just very excited. I had been at a standstill in my life. I had been focused in the past 4 years on just being a mother. And I hadn't looked inward at all, really. I was just focusing on keeping this baby alive and happy and keeping this man happy, my house happy. But I was ignoring inside of myself. I was, ignoring any type of communication that my ancestors may have even been trying to have with me. Just so stuck in the physical. So that is why I joined African Mystery Schools, because I was ready to start working on my spirituality. I was ready to sit at the feet of some elders, some teachers. And it was just perfect timing for me. And I'm so appreciative and so thankful. And I'm so happy that I was able to make it through the whole initiation process.
Yes, it was a lot. We had a lot of people, come and go. So we're grateful to those that stayed the course and completed it. And you definitely were one that put a lot of energy and effort in staying committed to the path. So I thank you for that. And that's definitely shown up, in your life thus far and where you are right now because you stayed really committed to the process. So I definitely salute you on that. And thinking back throughout your last 9-11 months with us in African Mystery School, what would you say is some of your favorite experiences and moments without fully giving away the mystery to those that might be considering joining?
Mm-hmm. I would say some of my favorite memories would be the live video chats and the live Zoom calls with everyone in the class and the teachers. We would be able to share our experiences and what we were going through at that time with each other. We were able to witness others. Others were able to witness us. So not only were we gaining insight on our own personal journeys, but we were also gaining insight on everyone else's journey. And sometimes they would be quite similar and you wouldn't even think so. So I enjoyed the community because, in the US, it's hard to find, it's been difficult for me to find a group of people that you can talk openly about spirituality, dreams, ancestors, different gods without judgment and without fear that you're going to be thrown away or thrown out or shunned. So it's very important in your growth and your journey that you have that support. So that was some of my fondest memories, opening up, sharing, gaining. So that was good. And then also the healing of ancestral trauma. There was multiple exercises that we did. And they really opened some doors for being able to heal some of my family's karma, some of my own karma. That really was groundbreaking for me, honestly. That part right there, because I was going about it the wrong way of taking care of my family. I was pouring my whole cup to everybody, and I'm like, well, why isn't everyone fixed? But yet I wasn't fixing myself and acknowledging that we're dealing with multiple generations of issues and problems and things we need to work on. And then on the flip side, we also learned how to enjoy our generational gifts and our generational blessings, and how we can see those in our lives and how we can utilize those blessings and gifts. And then lastly, because there's three main things that really stood out. I can go on and on, but another one was healing womb trauma and connecting with your womb, which we learned could apply to men and women. But I never even had a connection with my womb, but yet I gave birth to a child. So I am really happy for that. I love that memory of going through that and learning yet another part of myself that have been carried with me all this time.
Marcos. Yeah, we definitely we're blessed to have Priestess Tracy Bryan Swint lead us through the gateway of the womb and healing ancestral trauma. And we look forward to having her back again to share, that powerful gateway, and to really get to go deep. We did some deep work in that gateway, and really through all the gateways. I really enjoyed how the process flowed from one gateway to the next, and just supported each one. That was a powerful piece for me as well, because even though I was guided to create this space, in many ways I was also a student as well, and also an initiate as well, going through the process with you all in my own way. And so that was definitely one of the gateways that I very much enjoyed as well, right along with you. And I'm glad that you spoke about the community. A few people that I've done these interviews with also mentioned the community. And I think that the reason why Ubuntu Village, our private Facebook community, was so successful was because of people like yourself, spirits like yourself, who really came in and opened up and really surrendered to the process and really shared their full hearts. And from there, we're able to make those connections regardless of whatever skin journey a person is on. You're able to begin to see beyond the veil and see those deeper connections that we all have, because we're sharing space on this planet, so you can't help but to share similarities in some ways. And even in our traumas, even in our karmas, the way that it's all divinely connected. And I'm grateful that you trusted me and we were able to have that conversation, because there were a lot of others from what I say, other skin journeys, that were kind of interested in joining, but not really sure if a space would be made for them. And, I always made sure to express, absolutely this space is for all people, but also know what you're coming into, right? And treat it with reverence and respect, and it will treat you with the same respect. It will also give you gifts as well, because we all need to do the ancestral healing piece, regardless of what walk of life, what race we find ourselves in this lifetime. We share that story in whatever role it is we play. So I really commend you and some of the other sisters that came forward from other skin journeys and really walked that walk in integrity, right? But also still came full-hearted to do your work. So that says a lot about you and the spirits in which you come from, that they were also ready to heal and do their work. And that's what it's about, you taking this medicine back to your community and allowing it to spread. So thank you again. And lastly, while I have you here, I want you to think back to who you were basically about a year ago from this time that we're in now, and think back to the woman Brittany was then versus who you have evolved and transformed into now. I know I could personally say several things that I've witnessed in you, in your growth, in the way you're showing up with your family, and really stepping into your entrepreneurial side, and just all of these different changes that I've seen come from you, being able to witness your journey. But I'm curious to see what you feel in your own mind's eye about the transformation of who Brittany is now as a woman and a priestess.
Wow, I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of my spirits. I'm so proud of my teachers. The Brittany that I was a year ago was very quiet, was just a servant to all others. And I didn't even know why. I was asked what my purpose was, and I said to help people. And then they asked me why. I couldn't even give the why. I'd just been so used to being used and everything like that. I was just going through the motions. I was stagnant. I was looking to others for confirmation. I was looking to others to see if I was on the right path. I always had an internal struggle going on. I always had decisions in my head that I would never make a decision upon. They would just be tugging at me. And, you know, the Brittany that I am now, I am sure of myself. I have a daily spiritual routine where I honor myself and I honor my Ori, my ancestors, you know, those that came before me, my descendants. I have a daily practice now. I don't feel like I have to be limited by just one label or one spirituality. I've given myself permission to be whatever I want to be all things. I don't have to just fit into one religious box or one spiritual box, because everything is everything, and you have to allow that to flow. I quit smoking cigarettes, and I didn't put on a bunch of weight. I actually started working out every day, and I've lost weight. I don't ask others for permission. I ask myself first, and I go with that answer. I am a more disciplined mother. I used to let my son walk all over me, and in turn, he was becoming a very ornery boy. He was cursing, he was hitting. He had butted his doctor, and that was the turning point in thank goodness I was in African mystery school, because you all were giving me the tools I needed at that time. But because I was able to be sure of myself, I was then able to be a sure mother and give my son sure direction. And now he is walking with more confidence and is a happier child. With my job, my employment status, I have moved into the chair of a trainer. I am creating a material for training classes in my job. So I was able to put my foot out there. All it took was for me to send an email to my supervisor and let them know what I just did. Put me in an advanced position. So I'm happy for that. And I have given myself permission to do what I yearn for and to listen to the callings. And like I said, ask myself first instead of asking the world. That's pretty
close.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely. Like I said, really just sitting back and just witnessing your growth and journey. It's very, very beautiful to see and witness how you have begun to show up and really claim who you are and claim your dignity and respect in with such grace and easiness and gentleness. You know, you didn't. A lot of times when people are learning to stand in their power, they become hard, but it's a way in which you were able to do it and still remain graceful but powerful in your presence, to where it commands that respect and honor and showing up. So I could remember a few times where you really had to claim your sovereignty, your spiritual sovereignty in your home. And from there, things began to really shift in the way that you were treated and began to show up. So again, thank you for being willing to do your work. Is there any closing thoughts that you have to share with anyone who might be finding themselves in the position that you found yourself in a year ago when looking at the ads? What would you say to someone that is considering joining African Mystery School Rites of Passage?
I would say that if you come with respect and openness, you will gain so much more than the monetary investment. I would say ask yourself first before you ask others. Don't ask permission from other people to join the school. Ask yourself and your spirits if that's the place, because ultimately it's about you, your karma, your role in the bigger picture. And if you don't serve yourself, you cannot do well in this world. You can't serve others well. You won't be happy. I would say listen to the calling, because I see this school being able to help any person. There's so many layers. It truly is like an onion, or like a building block, or like mathematics, how you build up and build up and build up. And this class will give you the building blocks to live a happy life, to live a meaningful life, to find your purpose. The teachers aren't telling you what your purpose is. The teachers are giving you tools so that you can unveil the purpose to yourself. So that you have the tools to listen to the spirits and know what they're saying. And I would just say, sleep on it. If you have any questions, just ask Gogo. She is very open and she will respond as quickly as she can. And I'm blessed and honored to be able to have went, and I know that there was a reason why it popped up on my Facebook, why it popped up on my screen. And there's a reason why it popped up on yours too. What is that reason? And just think about that. Think about where you are now. Are you happy? Are you fulfilled? Are you meeting all of your own contracts that you made with yourself? If not, you should really think about joining this school. It will be a blessing to you, and it'll give you the tools that you need.
My cause. Thank you so much, Brittany, for sharing with us and taking time out your busy day to share a little bit about your experience in African Mystery School. For those of you watching this interview with Brittany, if you are feeling called to join African Mystery School, please find us at africanmysterieschool.com. You'll see the link in this post somewhere. And if you have any questions, please reach out to myself or any of the support team, and we will definitely get you where you need to be on your journey. And I look forward to seeing you on the other side. You all have a great rest of your day, and thank you for watching, Makos.